Hello again, everybody. I finally got my wiring done on Mini Ripper, and I got my speedometer moved. Alright, here's the layout. The wiring on this switch is a pain in the butt. I had to keep going back to the listing on eBay for reference as to where all them wires went. So I tilt the phone without any issues here. Okay, so this bundle is the leftovers off my LED lights on the front. No big deal. This bundle here is for the GPS antenna for the speedometer. It just simply zip tied out of the way. I tried to make this as clean as I could. That little box is my flash module for turn signals. It goes before the switch, so that way I can select any side and have the same flash rate. Also, I can use both sides at the same time because that switch does that, which gives me hazards, which is awesome. Now, these LEDs up front are dual color. White on one wire, yellow on the other wire. So what I did, being I need turn signals on the front, including the rear, I'll show you. So when I hit the turn signal button, you can see it flashes there. Now you see the yellow on the front. There's my left side. There's my right side. That other side. See that flashes. Here we are. Come back here. And it works too. Now, when I hit this one, I gotta get some lamps up front for the running lights, but hey, there's a running lamp back there, there's another one. So you can see that does work. Now, when I hit the brake lever, check this out. And get nice and bright. Running lamps off, brake lights work. Now, these LED headlights, it don't matter what kind they are, they draw a lot more juice than what they say they do. So, I wired in an automotive 12-volt relay. This goes to this switch, which I hid inside my air cleaner. There's plenty of room in here. It keeps it out of the weather. I don't have to waterproof anything. This wiring under here looks like a mess, but it's not. I still have plenty of room for throttle. It's not going to bother anything. These wires are tucked out of the way. Just like that. I don't know why am I down next to them. Oh well. And also the wiring for the brake lights. That's the yellow and black wire right here, so that's just direct. Yellow is input, black would be output. Then I find the wires on the back lights, where that's supposed to go. I mean, these are some tiny ass wires. I might end up redoing a lot of this. And in order for me to get brake lights in that switch, I had to remove the old brake lever. Perfectly fine. Wouldn't hurt to get some lube inside that cable. The other end is still good. I have the adjustment piece still. I'm missing the keeper that goes on here. And I put a longer spring on that, which you can see here. So the brake lever I got had the option for 2 lines. I could go single or I could go double. I decided to go double, get some wire nuts from the hardware store, which worked perfectly on there. I used that adjustment nut as a spacer. The spring I picked up from the hardware store at the same time I got the nuts. So it adds some extra pushback on here. And yeah, the cables are free float right there, but I've also got them secured very well. I had to shorten them actually by about that much. Battery, very simple. Got a strap that goes all the way around. Got that from Walmart. It's a sealed battery, so I don't have to worry about it. There's the underside of that bracket. It is welded. Torque converter sits right there, but getting this in there, oh, look at that. Plenty of room. That's just a piece of wood to isolate the battery from any rough edges along the welding. You can see that strap goes right through that bracket, all the way through and all the way down. But that holds that end, and then the battery sits over here. Look at that. Plenty of room on this side here. So nothing's really in the way of anything. Everything else still works. I might have to redo that connection. This wiring looks like crap. The orange and brown wire right there is for a horn. I'm not going to use it. If I put a horn on here, it's going to have its own relay as well. I know how much juice it takes. That little bitty push button switch goes to my speedometer. Mentioned this in the last video. Okay, now we hit that little button, turn this thing on. You see mileage pop up, it goes through a color display. I have set mine so it comes up green. And it's ready to go. Now watch this. I'm gonna turn it off. I'll turn it back on real quick. So yeah, if you get one of these off eBay that's color changing, that's where that little blue wire comes in. Black is your ground, red is your main, yellow is your black light. This blue one, on this particular type, when you connect that to as either positive or ground, it changes the background color. And there's the antenna for it, which just simply screws into the back. That's how that works. Then just reach down here, switch that, and it's off. Or there we go. I now officially have lights on my mini bike. It's not the greatest. It works. These on the rear, when I redo my gas tank idea, those on the rear, the wires will get extended because of where I'm going to put those little amber running lamps up front. I'm getting mini ones off of eBay. I'm going to have them set up so maybe I can stick them on here, sticking out, or maybe through there, sticking down. I don't know. They'll go on there somewhere. There's that brake lever. So right here's the internal switch. And if I need to adjust my brakes, I just unscrew this one to pull the whole thing out. Or I can go individual and walk it out that way. So a couple adjustments. This is supposed to go on the other side, but I put it over here. And look at that, it's even got a brake hold lever. But I don't use that. I'm not going to because it lights up the brake lights. I have a solar panel coming, which I'll probably store inside the box if it's small enough. And that'll keep the battery charged until I get electric start. In which case, that cover gets replaced so I can put that in there and probably hook up a regulator after that. Electric start should give me charge capability. Oh well, that's it for now. It works. Mousing around out for now. Have fun out there, people.